And so, folks, welcome. This is the Verity online news and simulcast on the Today Lab on Liberia channel 47. We are coming to you live from central Monrovia here on Asmon Streets, where the Monrovia City Police alongside street vendors are here in a bit of tussle due to the decisions of the street police, the Monrovia police, to get those street vendors out of the street. They are asking the street vendors to leave the street, to stop selling on the street, and they have been the situation here. Folks, keep following. This is the situation of street vendors and the Monrovia City Police. So we are here this hour to bring you more coverage of happenings here on the Asmon streets, as there are a lot of street vendors who are alone in the streets and helplessly sitting, and due to the decisions of the Monrovia City Police to have some of their goods arrested and to take them off the street. And this is the only ways of which some of them claim they are surviving, because it is so difficult for them. It is so tough for them. So as you can see here, this officer have arrested another goose from the street vendors. He's carrying it to the car there. And so that's how it is. This is what unfolding here between the Monrovia City Police and street vendors who are selling around the Asmon Street. They are in central Monrovia. And so folks, keep following the Verity online news. My name is Archie Boan, and this is what unfolding. This has been the situation for a couple of months between the Monrovia City Police and those marketers who are selling alone the street. So that's it, folks. This is it. It's so frustrating to see Liberians who sees the street as their major source of survival have been left hopeless by the Monrovia City Police. Yes, this might be a security measures put in place to get rid of that traffic. But yet again, when there is no government policy put in place to cater to the needs of the people, they has another alternative to come on the street and generate funding for their family. This is the only wish for which some of them feel they can survive. And on that basis, you will see many Liberians on the street selling. But that's it. The city police have been very vigilant on them and been very hesitant on them in getting them out of the street. So folks, keep following. This is where we are, and the Verity online news here in around the Asmon Street in central Monrovia, where the city police and the street vendors on the back and forth. So that's it. The vehicle there is where those goods that have been taken off the street are parked, and the officers are moving around, seizing goods and markets of the vendors. So that's just it. Because some of them are still here waiting to see as to one of those Monrovia. So they say we should leave the street. They say we should leave the street. So folks, that's it. The increase of street selling in Monrovia is something to witness as well. Something to be looked at. But on the other hand, there are policies that need to be put in place whenever we are getting those people out of the street. That they will be benefiting as well. So you can't have people moving off the street. You can't have people getting on the street and they have nothing doing. And that alone is a setback to the nation. With already the huge level of unemployment Liberians are taking to the street themselves. And they found the street as a means of survival. That's the only way of which some of them feed and they can earn their living. That's the means some of them feed that they can make an earn means for the family. And the security measures and the protocol put in place by the officers of the Monrovia City Police and to get those people off the street is something we have to look at as well. You can't have people moving on the street and there are no policies put in place. Definitely it won't be okay. So folks, that's it. Keep following the Verity online news as we bring you more happenings across Liberia. And here we are at the Asmon Street in central Monrovia, where the situation between the street vendors and the Monrovia City Police is still ongoing. So you see here, this officer has been the one directing and getting rid of those who are selling on the street. So some of them are still selling secretly. Some of them are secretly selling, but nevertheless, some of them are still here waiting to see how it ends, to see how it goes on. So folks, that's it. That's it. Keep following. Yeah, it's unfolding here. Those street vendors around us off the street by the Monrovia City Police. They're asking them to leave the street, to go home. So keep following this, keep following, share, invite others to watch this. Okay, this is another police that have been arrested. This is another police that have been arrested. This is the officers and unidentified is just secretly. They are secretly checking. They are secretly checking those goods. And the officers are, some of them are unidentified, and their goods have been taken. Then Nicodemusly checked by an unidentified officer of the Monrovia City Police. So yes, it's unfolding here around the Asmon Street. So you see this vehicle park is the vehicle for the Monrovia City Police, and there's where when those goods are been seized and they take it. So there are some of them who are still selling, and the police asking off the street, and you mean insisting. So that's it. So that's it. You hear them. You can go different places here, but you can't sell on the American street. We don't know exactly for what reasons. The Monrovia City Police are asking street vendors to leave the American street, the American and Asmon Street intersection. They can go different area, but they should leave this area. So that's it. Some of them are afraid to speak to us, and you know how things work in Liberia. But we are still here to bring you this coverage. My name is Archie Boan, and share this live coverage as Liberians who see the street as their main source of survival have been left in the state of dilemma. Some are saying this is the only means of survival. This is the only means by which they can get money and sustain the family. So taking it off the street at this time, some see that as a setback to them. So folks, that's it. So you see them? So since there's no selling, they are here having some fun time together as friends and family who have built a relationship from this street setting activities. So there have been relationship built. It's almost like a family. Imagine coming here day in and day out, selling along the road, meeting new friends, meeting different set of people. This is a life struggle for many street sellers in Liberia. But again, this is not the only way possible. And folks, that's it. So street selling as well is rapidly increasing in Monrovia, in Liberia by extension. And what causing this rapid increasement of street selling is due to the fact that many of the young people in Liberia are unemployed. The unemployment rate is very high. Liberians cannot sit home. Liberians cannot wash themselves doing nothing. They find the street as the only means of surviving, self-sustainability. And so that's just it. And so folks, some of them goods were seized by officers of the Monrovia City Police. And this is just what unfolding here in Monrovia. Folks, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. We are posted here to bring you more scenes of the street vendors and police clash here on Asmore Street. And some of them are celebrating, some of them are chanting battle cry songs. Every Goliath that is in my life, today they must die by fire. And the city police seems to be the Goliath of those street vendors. And folks, it's so interesting. And they are taken to the street to celebrate and have some fun time together as they are no longer selling, because their hustles have been paused by the officers of the Monrovia City Police. And they see this as a means of entertaining themselves and getting the stress out. It's so interesting here. So it's every policeman that is in my life, let them die. It's so interesting. And the police, the Monrovia City Police are the Goliath in the lives of the street vendors. You are getting them. So yes, it's interesting from the Asmons American Street interception here in Central Monrovia. This is the Verity on our news. My name is Archie Boan, bringing you this live coverage of the street vendors and Monrovia City Police clash of who owns the street. The city police are housing them out of the street, and they said this is where they belong, this is where they find joy, this is where they found their ends means. And so that's just it for some of them. folks, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. Tell us where you are watching the Verity Online News from. Indicates where you are following this live broadcast from, and tell us how well do you feel those street vendors being taken off the street by officers of the Monrovia City Police. What's your opinion on this matters of the street vendors and the Monrovia City Police? What do you have to say to that? We would like to appreciate your opinion in the comment section. Indeed, drop your comments. Let know exactly how do you feel. What's your opinion about this all important situation? Others may argue that this is the only means of survival. Others may say this alone is a security threat. It creates traffic. It threatens the traffic security. That might be another person's opinion. But again, let's listen to you. This is the Verity Online News. My name is Archie Boan. Some of them who are still selling, while others are there getting means off. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. So folks, thank you so much. This is how I call it, this live broadcast I did. My name is Archie Boan and this is Verity Online News. Relay on the Liberian channel 1847. Thank you so much for following us.